the poem, or if I were writing now, definitely I would not have written the same way that I did before.
That's interesting. Your poems seem to be composed with a mishmash of simplicity and difficulty or contradiction. Do you subscribe to the two schools that we have, that of Sharika and Neo-Shimari?
I don't subscribe to any of these schools, if I call their schools. I've always taken as my point of reference the great British poet Philip Larkin, who is said to be simple, but I always add the caveat that he is deceptively simple. There's a difference between simple and being simpler. Simplicity is a much abused word. Most of the time, like I always say, when people say something is difficult, it's either of three or four reasons. One, probably they have very low vocabulary. Their understanding of English is low, and then they will say, it's difficult. Maybe they don't have wide vocabulary. They are not well read. That's why you may find it difficult. Sometimes difficulty is cultural, in the sense that if you take Shoika, for example, who likes to blend Greek, Roman, and Yoruba mythology. So if you are not well versed in Yoruba mythology, and you don't know anything about Greek and Roman sequels, probably you will never understand or enjoy Shoika. Number three, sometimes difficulty is philosophical, in the sense that the writer or the poet is writing in a philosophical idiom, in a philosophical way, with an ideology in mind. And if you are not attenuated to that ideology, you don't know that ideology, you will not understand what he or she is saying. A typical example would, in a way, be he or she, who also writes very simple but profound poetry, which is steeped in Yoruba oral literature. It's very simple, but if someone is familiar with Yoruba oral law, he or she will find he or she there's poetry very arresting. Lastly, difficulty would just be as a result of the fact that the writer does not want to be understood. There are some writers who write in a very private idiom. They don't want other people to understand. They are writing for themselves. I always give the example of the German poet Paul Celan. After the end of Second World War, he started writing. He survived the Holocaust. His family, his friends were all killed during the Second World War. Probably that was taken from him, and he migrated to Paris, where in 1950 something he killed himself. He wrote in a very dense German that even Germans themselves find it very difficult to understand. And it's not because he's using difficult words. No matter how difficult words you use, there are people who will understand you. But he writes in a very private idiom, in a very private way, in the sense that he does not want to be understood. So, coming back to your question after this long detour, I would say that I don't want to be difficult and I don't want to be simple. I was just writing the way I felt I should write. I want to be simple, but I also want to have some level of deception about simplicity. If you take American poetry from the last 40 or 50 years, it reads like speech. Kamar Hausa ne a ce magana babu azanci. Wakar Hausa poetry is supposed to be very, very not literal, all right? It's different from speech. So if you write without azanci, imagination or creativity, they will say, wannan azanci ne babu azanci. But if you look at American poetry, when you read it, it will make your hair stand. My definition of poetry, which will qualify my answer, is that poetry, good poetry, is one that is memorable. It's one that sticks to your mind. It's one that you are likely to remember. If my poetry is remembered, if you have a life that you can always recite from my poetry, then I have succeeded as a poet. That is the kind of simplicity I'm working towards. If that is difficult,